battle now going on. Sometimes at night I sit alone in my room. The look on my face might be the look of doom. I know the Lord is gonna give me the faith and the shine of love is gonna show on my face. Yes, I know. Well,
hello everyone. Welcome to another End Times 4565 video. And first off, I'd like to thank all my YouTube viewers that I have. I don't have that many, but the ones I do have, I appreciate so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've been wanting to show you this magnetosphere quite a few days now. But I want you to know that there's a whole lot going on in this picture that's completely off the hook. Now, this isn't a rumor, this isn't a conspiracy theory. You're looking at the truth right here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you notice the movement of the magnetic north and south. Yesterday, it was way more than that as far as angle. But here you can see that we are truly being bombarded. But what you really see are these broken blue lines because we are losing our protection. Ladies and gentlemen, we are losing our protection from our magnetosphere. Now, what you're seeing here is completely off the hook. This shouldn't be happening. This looks relatively good except for the crossing. I'm concerned about the blue line disruption of the magnetosphere. I'm concerned about this bow right here and the lack of protection. I'm concerned about the sun-facing side being out of kilter and not properly set. It's not normal, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we're going to talk about this a little bit tonight. I'm going to try to get this done as quickly as possible. Now, every time I come on here, I try to show you specific evidence, the fact that something's definitely going on. So, you see, it's totally off the hook right here. There's no doubt about it. So let me show you something else, and then I want to remind you of something that I talked about in a earlier video, just in case you think I'm just some fat boy, old man that don't know what I'm talking about. And the chances are I probably don't, but I do a lot of investigation and research. So let me show you this right here, and then I'm going to tell you about what I told you before. Now, right here is the sun. Now, it's been a while since we discussed this star, but these are the two big sunspots that were going around the edge. I come across, and if you remember in a past video, I told you that the Earth-facing side is becoming sort of powerless. In other words, for something to happen on this Earth-facing side, it's going to have to be really big. And we know that these solar flares were the biggest ones of the year. And we know that the second one sent a stream of unbelievable plasma into space. If this would have been over here when that happened, it would have been a kill shot and more than likely an EMP that would have sent us back to the 1800s. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a small filament coming up here, but I wouldn't worry too much about this because of the fact that they're Earth-facing. Because I happen to believe that something is approaching our planet. And something that is approaching our planet is causing problems. Now, it's not just with the Earth and the Sun, ladies and gentlemen. There's differences and problems happening all over in the solar system. Now, I started telling you this over a year ago, and now I'm really telling you that if you just go back and look and think about these things, what a change has happened since we started these videos. And at first, I wasn't a big fan of Nibiru and all that, and the poleshift and all that. But the more I discuss and study and research this poleshift, ladies and gentlemen, I'm finding problems that we need to be considering, because what is happening is very real. It's biblical and it's very real. Well, I know you guys don't like the biblical part about it. I know y'all don't like that. Okay, but let's forget about that for a second and just look at the reality. There it is, right there. See it? Every time something happens here, it goes across the Earth-facing side, and nothing happens till it gets around the limb, like I told you, or on the back side. These sunspots are coming over. All we got to do is wait a couple of 3 days, and we'll see if I'm right or wrong. It doesn't make any difference if I am, but let's just check it out. I want you to know that something is happening to the Earth-facing side. It's being affected by something approaching. The sun is being affected. The Earth is being affected. Now, if the Earth gets a direct blow from a CME right now, the CME is going to be big. It's going to have to be big. And more than likely, it's going to suck more plasma off the surface of the sun. This right here was a miss. Aren't you glad? I wouldn't be here if it was. If it wasn't a miss, I wouldn't be here. We'd all be in blackout. At any rate, I wanted to show you this. Once again, we see the energy being disrupted on the Earth-facing side. From the Earth-facing side to the southern hemisphere of the sun, something is happening. It's being drained. Something is happening in the magnetosphere. Something's happening in the magnetic connection with the sun. Something is affecting it, and we're the man in the middle. So now, let me show you something else. Now, this here is the pole axis drift. Okay. If you look at this line right here, ladies and gentlemen, instead of continuing to come around to fix itself, it's continuing to get wider and venture away from the center of the axis. Because, ladies and gentlemen, there's a wobble taking place in the Earth's rotation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this wobble in the Earth's rotation is beginning, in my opinion, to get worse instead of better. And the reason why the Earth is having issues in its rotation is because something is affecting it. Now, what I like about it is it's so funny is people like to try to predict when Wormwood and Nibiru and Planet 9 are all going to come in, when the fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, nobody really even knows, because you have to see something for at least 2 or 3 days before you can get your computers to get some sort of an idea of an orbit. Without an orbit, you're really only guessing. And yet, and still, it's still guessing. Is it this year? Is it next year? Is it year before or year after? When is it? We don't know when that is. See, that's the real thing I want to tell you. We don't even know when that is. See? You're trying to say, well, you got plenty of time, you know, it's all good, it don't matter. But you don't know when it is. You know, it's just like the return of the Lord or the rapture of the church. You know, you can do this and do that, but without all the facts, you're only guessing. Pre-trib, mid-trib, post-trib, you're all guessers. You're all guessing. You're all guessing. You're all trying to get dogmatic about gray areas you don't even understand. So when do I think it is? I think it's at the sound of the trumpet. That's when I think it is. Now the point being is we don't know. You don't know. You're being dogmatic about something you don't know. You're hoping. You know, a lot of people post-tribbers because they're hoping. They're mid-tribbers because they're hoping. Get some kind of a warning. Nobody wants to be a pre-tribber because it happens like a thief in the night. Nobody can really know when it's coming, so you don't want to talk about that. You're scared. Instead of getting right, you're staying scared. Well, it's just like this right here. It's just like this right here. See it? You don't know what's happening right here. You just know something's happening. Just like with the earth today, we don't know what it is, but something's happening, and everybody's guessing about it. Well, it's global warming. Well, it's the birds. It's the whales all swimming on one side of the earth. It's a planet. It's nine. It's wormwood. It's the destroyer. It's Herculoid. It's Skeletor. Come on, man. Ain't nobody knows what it is, but we know it's something. And this something is causing problems with the poles. And if the poles shift, and it's proven that it has happened before. Well, n times 4, 5, 6, 5, we have an incoming meteorite asteroid impact. You know what? That's a fact. Because sooner or later the odds are against us, and that is going to happen. And that is a fact. But it's just like I've been telling you about this. When? You don't know when. I don't know when. But we can look at the times and the seasons, and we see evidence right in our face. You can choose to see what you see or not see what you see. I'm just showing it to you. You don't want to see it. I can't make you see nothing. I am not the best YouTuber on this frequency. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm showing you something. You don't think something's happening? Let me show you this right here. I'm a ham operator, and this is one of my information channels. This is brought to you by QRZ, which is a radio organization that I belong to. But I want you to notice today that the spot number is 34 for the year. The flux is 86 right now. The X-ray is B4.0. The A is 14. KP is 4. What does that mean? That means all the frequencies are shut down, ladies and gentlemen. It's a radio blackout. It's a radio blackout from 0 to over 30 megahertz. In fact, the deeper you go from 30 megahertz, the worse the shutdown is. It's a radio blackout. You're looking at it right there. Radio blackout right there. So even if you're a ham operator and you got all these radios over here, I got all these radios over here, and all them antennas out of the yard, it don't make no difference. The sun's got me shut down. See what I mean? You know, we can do what we can do. But there are things that happen. There are things that happen in our midst that we have no control over, ladies and gentlemen. Only God has control over some things, and you can believe right now if he needs something to happen, he's going to take care of it. He don't need to allow man. Man might mess it up, but if God chooses to do something, he's going to do it. Look right here. There's no radio contact right now. None. I got nothing. Right there it is. I'm showing it to you. Okay? 0 to 30 megahertz. Goodbye. Now, I changed the screen, and I want to show you the volcanic gases on the Earth. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it also shows the wind movements. Of course, we know in California there are some terrible wildfires going on. But a lot of this right here has nothing to do with the wildfires, because this was here before the fire started. Now, it's possible that the fires have something to do with this, but all along the San Andreas, ladies and gentlemen, there's been this plume of volcanic gases that's increased in intensity. In the Madrid Fault area on the East Coast, there's been an increase in these gases. In South America, in the volcanic areas on the Pacific side, increased gases in Africa. This is a very interesting situation right here. Middle East, ladies and gentlemen, this cloud in this upper northern hemisphere jet stream of volcanic gases, when you don't see anything in the southern hemisphere, ladies and gentlemen, this is big news. Now, I'm showing you this, and I'm not a scientist, but I'm showing you the picture. This is facts. What is it? It don't look like this down here. Why does it look like that up here? Please put something in the comments, Mr. Scientist, and tell me what the heck is going on here. I can tell you what it is. I already know. There's a heating up of the surface because the magma is beginning to push upward. For what reason? Because it's being affected by outside sources in a way that we don't understand, and we don't know nothing about it because nobody was here the last time it happened. And so we're only guessing, but we can look at the seasons and see the times and see what's happening, and looking at it right there, right in your face, right here. Look at it. See it all there? It's all over there. Hey, come on, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Something wrong. Something ain't right. And if it ain't right, it's wrong. There's a whole lot more going on in this world than just the earth having problems. You go to my website, endtimes4565.com. I have a couple of scriptures there that you can look up and see for yourself, that this earth is going to wander around like a drunkard, according to the Word of God, before something happens. I don't want to preach to you on this because I know you folks that watch these videos on the pole shift, you don't like that, but it's okay. Let me show you something else. Now, this is the jet stream, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is definitely all wrong. See how wide this is? That's incorrect. See this mixture between the southern tropical jet stream and a southern area? This should be two different ones, not one. One here, one here. I see just one. Look up here. The northern jet stream is practically non-existent. You want to explain why the southern hemisphere looks like this and why the northern hemisphere looks like this, ladies and gentlemen, because something is wrong. Now, I'm not at Paul Beckwith could probably, he needs to make another video. Hey, Paul, why don't you make us another video and explain to us what the heck is going on here? What are you doing? Eating spaghetti and forgetting all about us over here? Come on, man. You need to make a video and tell us what's going on right here. Because it ain't right. I guarantee you, I know that much. This is wrong. See this? The planet is being affected, ladies and gentlemen. There's a dead zone happening here, which is going to put the hiatus to the hurricane formations on the Pacific. Remember I told you in a latter video that there were going to be one after another, and now it ends because there's a dead zone here now. Why? Because everything has moved so far to the north, ladies and gentlemen, and two have become one disrupted jet stream. Okay? So, I mean, there's something happening right here. Let's see if we can get us another view of it. I'll try to show it to you. I don't know if it's going to work while I'm recording or not, but I'm going to give it a try here. See if we can get it to change. I want to show it to you. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Can you see it now? I said, can you see it now? Look at that. What? Okay, so let's just take a peek at the top of the Earth and see what we can see. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, what's wrong with this picture? Why is it so lopsided, ladies and gentlemen? I'm asking you a question. Why is this so lopsided when it should be right here? It's way over here. Look at it. It's being pulled, drawn in, pull from this side. Something's happening here. You see it? Now, let's just take a look down here, see what we can see here. Here we go. Oh, well, look at that. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, has some sense of normality to it. It looks fairly close, except that it's too big. That's too big. That's too big. I don't know the scientific terms for it, but in Cajun terms, it's too big. See it? Look at this. Too fast. What's happening? You want to explain all this to me, somebody? Hello? "22 minutes. I still have some stuff to show you. And I know you don't like these videos to go very long. You see right here, this has been a problem for several weeks. In fact, a couple of planes have come up missing here that's not even on the national news. Because this area is having unexplained problems. Everything is not as it should be here. You understand? There's a problem. Now I wanted to show you some earthquakes. I'm not going to have time. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, are you kidding me? Come on, man. You don't have to be a scientist to see that something's going on here. You just don't. Check this out. See this right here? This right here you see this? This right here, this is the clouds. The cloud formations. See it? See the dead spot here? But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this awesome jet stream in the southern hemisphere. Notice the northern hemisphere. It seems to be completely collapsing. I'm just showing it to you. This is the meteors. And I don't hear or see anything right now. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the Earth is not facing the side of the incoming object. That's why. Now, I guess I'm going to have to do another video to show you some other stuff. I'm going to have to do another video on the incoming object. I'm going to have to do another video on Wormwood, Planet 9, because I have information to share with you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Showtime. Get ready. Get ready. Let the games begin. My fault, your fault, anybody's fault, it don't matter. It's going to happen. And if you don't accept Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, you're going to get caught. And you ain't going to like it. You should check it out. Look out, look out, look out. Look out. Jesus Christ is coming imminently.
Yes, inside there's a battle now going on. Demons on the outside will say they want in. Loneliness and depression says you can't win. But greater is He that lives in me. That is how I see the victory. Oh yeah. Let me tell you why. 'Cause inside there's a battle now going on. Yes, inside there's a battle now going on. He's a rose of Sharon, bright morning star, lily of the valley, that fourth man in the fire. Jesus is the author and finisher of faith. I'm gonna make it anyway. Yes, I am. Well, 'cause inside there's a battle now going on. Yes, inside there's a battle now going on. Yes, inside there's a battle now going on. Yes, it's raging in my heart, and I